Happy Valley's big night is Wednesday for the Longines IJC, the Jockeys Championship, and it's for Longines. We've got the race-by-race preview for you right now. Paul's here to give us his thoughts and we get things underway. Earlier start time of 6:30 with the Australia Handicap. Diamond Flare has the blinkers going back on. Hercules is a three-time course and distance winner. Crystal Powerful, cheek pieces off, blinkers and the hood go on. Modest Gentleman wears blinkers for the first time. Dragon Kingdom has the blinkers off, as does Easy 2. But he has a visor added. Super Hornet first up, and he's had the 3 trials for Jamie Richards to prepare for this race. The speed, Paul, in this Class 5 is going to come from Dragon Kingdom, whose race form isn't great, but he's trialled up okay for this.
He has. He's trialled really well, and he's a natural leader, so I think he can get across and lead. Modest Gentleman can put himself in the race, as can Goodmanship. Diamond Flare, he can get himself into a nice position. He's got blinkers back on and comes into the grade for the first time. Noble Boy's back to Easy 2. One rider used to lead, but the last couple of runs he's gone back and he's run quite well, so I expect him to go back. Hercules, he's drawn nicely in barrier 1. It's just whether he can use it.
He's in our first replay is Hercules. Paul, he ends up running 5th. This was his first go in Class 5. Valhalla, last start winner, but does have extra weight for it.
Yeah, look, and HZ Torben missed the start, and he ran on really nicely here for 3rd. So I quite like him in this race. I do like Hercules, though. He's really well rated. He just needs a bit of luck in the running for this one. His last win was a 47, drawn barrier number 1. He's down here into a 38 rating. So he's in the right grade, and you can see him finishing on really strongly. And HZ Torben, I think, has got a good chance as well.
All right, so some good reports there out of our first replay. The second one is just from last week. This is Goodmanship running 2nd out of a very informed stable, that of Douglas White. He has come up with barrier number 11, though, for James McDonald.
That was a little problem with the draw. He might just be trapped a little bit wide. His win was off 33, and he's just slightly higher, just one place higher than that at 34 after that second at his last start. And this is the one we're watching. Happy Horse did control it and win nicely. He had this chance to get past him, but he couldn't quite. And Happy Horse is a non-winner up to that stage, so I just wonder how strong that form's going to be.
OK, so maybe a little question mark around Goodmanship. Noble Boys is always in the market, Paul. You see what he's gone off at recently. He's been 8.4. He was big odds 2 starts ago, but single figures at the 3 runs prior to that. Yeah,
exactly. So, look, he's a horse that... look, he was right on the cusp for me. He's run 2nd off 40, and he's still yet to win from his 16 starts. That's just a little query. Barrier 7 for him. So, look, he stayed on well enough without getting too excited about it.
All right, so that's the replays for the first. Is it Hercules?
Yeah, I'm going to go with him, Hercules, actually. I think he's really well rated at the moment, Hercules. So he's on top to win this race, Hercules. So... we'll put him on top there to beat Modest Gentleman. Modest Gentleman, I think he's a really good chance as well. The blinkers on for the first time, draw nicely in barrier 5. I think, and with a better draw, I think he's got to get his opportunity. HZ Torben missed the start last time, and Valhalla, a last start winner. 3-7-2-4.
Paul with Karis Teaton and Dennership to win the first on IJC night. And the race 2 preview is as follows. Second at Happy Valley is over the 1650, and it's a Class 5 with Charmander and Circuit Elite on the class drop. Happy Jai's had 3 starts this season for 3 placings. One Heart 1 has the crossover noseband going on. Loyal Ambition has placed 2 from 4 course and distance. Medic Elite's running again. We've got Double Show with the passer fires off, the blinkers back on. Hank's Choice, a last start winner, carries an extra £4 for that victory over United Endeavours. Now the speed in this race, Paul, has Mr. Arm leading and Circuit Elite. He'll need to jump better than he did in his trials, but he's usually better out than what he was that morning.
He is, isn't he? And look, he just has to work, I think, to get across there. Double Show can be slightly more forward from a good draw. Happy Jojo should put himself in exactly the right place. Compulsory. Loyal Ambition. Now, he went back last time and ran on really well. I think he'll be a little bit closer. Brother Pearl and Charmander from barrier 9, I think, will go back.
We start with Loyal Ambition, who returned to Happy Valley last time with instant minor success, running 2nd behind Splendid Star. He was down the track 2 starts ago at Shah 10, but he just comes back on a Wednesday night, Paul, and seems to really find some form.
A lot of money for him this night as well, Loyal Ambition. And look, he finished off the race strongly enough. He just got really well back after missing the start. So James McDonald will jump aboard. I think he's the legitimate chance, definitely, in the race. He goes in for me.
That's a good start for Loyal Ambition. Casper Founds trains him. Off we go now to our second replay, which is Happy Jai Jai. Been very consistent, can't quite win. Medically hasn't been as sharp since winning. It was 5 starts ago now.
Exactly. He's had plenty of runs this season, and he could be trapped wide medically, so I'm going to leave him out. But I'm going to put Happy Jai Jai in again as the Quinella horse, because his last win was a 40. He's at 36, so he is capable. He just can't seem to get his nose in front at the moment, though, but he always runs a race for you. And I'd like the way Brother Pearl finished off there for 4th as well.
Got a good draw this week too.
Yeah.
Brother Pearl Barry at number 1. Our next replay is Hang's Choice. Here's Medicalise again. Is he the sort of horse you can see going back-to-back Hang's Choice, or perhaps might need a run or two to try and get back down in the ratings a touch?
I think the last one he just said, look, this is his first win from his 16-odd starts, so look, he hasn't put them together in the past. He got the race run to suit and he finished off nicely and won. Look, I'd be surprised if he put 2 together.
Okay, that is a Chris So-trained galloper in those signature lilac blinkers of Chris. Charmander, Paul, you've spotted him at some track work, and his last run in Class 4 wasn't bad either.
I thought it was good, and he comes downgraded into this grade as well. So I think he's always a horse that's promised to do something. He's only been placed 1 from his 14 starts, but when I say promise to do something, more in the mornings, his track work's been good. Now he's in Class 5. He might be a bit of a price.
All right, so is he on top?
Yeah, I'll put him on top. He's sort of the new kid on the block. We've seen a lot of these others race against each other, so I think he may be with the downgrade. Look, Happy Jai Jai, Loyal Ambition. Brother Pearl was a lot better run from him last time. 1376.
Paul is out hunting Pokemons in race number 2 at Happy Valley with Charmander, the one to beat. In grade for the first time in race number 3. It's a Class 4 over the 1650 metres, and we have got Lucky Gold on the class drop. His wins have both been at Shah 10 over the 1400 metres. Royal Pride has the tongue tie off. Super Baby still a one-hit wonder at this stage, 1 from 14, but it was off a rating of 58. Turin Warrior, he has placed 5 from 8 course and distance. Fearless Fire gets a good draw. Legion of Merit's won a trial since his last start. Amazing Boy is a 2-time course and distance winner. And Dragon Pride jumps up in distance from the 1400. Super Baby, from memory that night he won, Paul, it was from the lead, wasn't it?
It was. It's the only time that he has won the race, though. But look, he just looks the logical leader from barrier 4. Luke Ferraris does like to go forward. The alternative could be Fearless Fire. He's led in the past. Simply Maverick, when he stepped up in trip, he went forward. I think he should get a nice run. Looking Cool will need a bit of luck. Legion of Merit should get a nice run. And Dragon Pride and Turin Warrior towards the back.
He was way out the back, Turin Warrior, at the Happy Valley Trials, and he stormed home to run second in it. But we're going to show the replay of his last start because there is some opposition. Legion of Merit 6th on the inside. Fearless Fire seems to race well when he gets a good gate. Yeah, and he has got one on the weekend, on Wednesday night as well. Look, Turin Warrior's been so close to winning a race. You'd think here he was going to win. He just found one better on the night, but still a really good run from Turin Warrior. Look, he deserves to win this horse, so it could be tonight. Okay, that is Turin Warrior, the first of 3 in that replay. Amazing Boy's not normally too far away, ends up running 5th on the inside. Super Baby didn't lead this night, but with the lack of speed may do, as we saw on the speed map. Yeah, drawn nicely in barrier 4, so I think he can go forward and lead Super Baby. So he's definitely, he's a chance from the front. Amazing Boy, as you say, he stayed on quite nicely here in this race as well. Just wonder about the grade for him, but he's drawn well in barrier 1. There's our second replay. Swamped late there, Amazing Boy. Now, what about Lucky Gold? He ends up running 7th in this, but it was up in Class 3 behind Chilchibi, beaten 4 lengths. Does have to carry 135 pounds. Has run a placing over the 1650. Can you see him figuring here, or just maybe a bit too much weight? Well, I've put him in on a minor line because, look, I think he's more than capable down this grade. And this is quite a strong form race. Chilchibi just keeps winning them in a row, and I think Karma's going to win a lot more races as well. So, look, he did stay on a little bit at the end, so the weight is a little bit of a concern. I think 1400 metres Happy Valley, Shah 10's probably his real go. Okay, that was a lucky goal. What is the makeup of your top 4?
Going to see if Turamori can bounce, well, get into the winner's circle for the first time. He's on top. Royal Pride, he's run second of 60. He's down this 58 rating. James McDonald aboard him. Simply Maverick, he's by Sebring, so the distance is good for him. And I think he'll go forward from barrier 5 with Andrea at Zini aboard. And then Lucky Gold we just talked about there. 7-2-10-1.
But it's race number 3. It's the first leg of the early treble. The series kicks off with race number 4. That is the Longines International Jockeys Championship, and leg number 1 is a Class 4 over the 1,000 metre. Amazing Ace has the blinkers going back on. Super Commander's on the class drop where he has raced best. Galvanic comes back in distance. Gorgeous Vitality is a 2-time course and distance winner. Red Maverick debuted over the 1,200, comes back to the 1,000 for Ryan Moore. Circuit 7's a 3-time course and distance winner. And Super Fast Dragon, cheek pieces off and the blinkers are on for the first time. It's 1,000 metres, Paul. Super Commander's in the race, and that means they generally hike along.
Yeah, it was quite easy to do this one with him leading. Other horses do like to go forward in this race. Those Circuit 7's led at his last couple, but he's drawn wide. Diamond Soars likes to go forward. Amazing Ace. All these new jockeys here, you know, with different, some of them come into Happy Valley for a limited time. You know, it just speeding up could be up in the air a little bit.
All right, well, we're going to hear from the trainer of one of the horses with a really lightweight that charged home last time. Nick with the trainer of Super Fast Dragon, Jamie Richards.
Jamie, it is IJC night coming up on Wednesday evening. You look to field a pretty nice horse in race 4, Super Fast Dragon, down at the foot of the weights. That was a super run in defeat last time.
Yeah, he did. He ran well. He's a horse that's always shown a bit of ability. We've just had a few little issues with him. He's not the most straightforward horse, but he seemed to race really well at the Valley, and happy to go back there again on Wednesday night.
He's shown a bit at Charlton, hadn't he? So I guess the fact that he's able to do the same at Happy Valley certainly is pleasing enough and will give you options going forward.
Yeah, he's a horse that doesn't have the greatest of actions, so maybe just appreciates the corner. But yeah, he seems to be in good form. He's had a trial since. We're going to put the blinkers on him, which is something that we've been thinking about for a little while, and he trialled well on them the other day, so hopefully that can just spark him up a little bit in the middle stages, and hopefully he's going to be able to stay in contention because they're going to go fast.
They certainly will. As you say, you've tweaked that headgear also. Yuga Kawada is your jockey. Now, obviously, all the focus on Wednesday night is around sort of the jockeys for these 4 races. Obviously, Yuga's world-class. Good to have him on, and I guess with the light weight and the fact he does that sort of weight will certainly be pluses as well.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to meeting him and having him ride for the stable. But you know, it's a great night to be a part of. It's a great week to be a part of, and looking forward to being there on Wednesday night with hopefully a couple of nice chances.
We'll see if, like Charmander, Super Fast Dragon gets into your selections shortly, Paul, because we need to look at a few others first, including a plethora of them in this race. Harmony 5, 5th over, subscribed is racing well.
He is, and look, he goes in the numbers. But the one I'm really going to take out here is Gorgeous Vitality. He's a well-rated horse now. He's got barrier number 2. And look, he finished off this race quite strongly. There's going to be a lot of pace in this race. I think he's going to be a lot handier from barrier 2. He drew 12 here on this occasion. He wasn't too far away at the end either. So I liked his run. I did like oversubscribed as well.
Okay, that's Bouchard Mozabayev who rides Gorgeous Vitality. Super Commander, Paul, here he is running 6th. This was up in grade where he doesn't have a great record. How much work is he going to have to do to find the lead?
Yeah, I think he might have to work a bit, and he's going to get pressure from Circuit 7 in particular, and Diamond Soars who's drawn underneath him. So, look, I just worry about the pressure he's going to get in this race. So, look, I didn't put him in the end.
All right, maybe wait for another day for Super Commander. That is Humble Star going on to win that race. We heard from Jamie Richards. He gave a good report for Super Fast Dragon. Does he go into your top 4?
He does. He's not on top, though. I'm going to go with Gorgeous Vitality in this. I think he's going to get a nice run from barrier number 2. He's on top to beat Super Fast Dragon. Look, one we haven't talked about is Amazing Ace. Blinkers go back on him. Drawn nicely in barrier 6. And I think he'll put himself right in the race and oversubscribe from the back. 5, 12, 1, 11.
And the first leg of IJC is also the first leg of 6 Up. Here we go for the preview of Leg 2 of the Longines IJC Jockeys Championship with the Wide Blue Yonder. This is a class for over the 1650 and the one's a last start winner. Goes up £5 for it. Snowlot's placed 2 from 3 course and distance. M Unicorn is looking to make it 3 wins from his last 4 starts. Tatnam steps up in trip. Club Soda gets a better draw. He's down on the inside. Killer Instinct ran second last time behind Samarkand. And Sure Joyful has placed 2 from 3 course and distance and is racing well. He does tend to get back though, Paul, Sure Joyful. But from his draw, he might be able to get a little bit closer this week.
Yeah, I thought they just might place him a little bit closer because he has drawn really nicely in barrier number 2 with Vincent aboard. Look, Wide Blue Yonder led last time. There's not too much pace in this race. There is pace, but not a leader. I think he can go forward and lead. Red Hair King's an alternative leader from a low draw. Durham Star can go forward. Snowalot will need some luck, and Tatnam's gone forward and raced well.
David Hayes has 2 in the race. He spoke to Nick Reed, Wide Blue Yonder and Snowalot.
David Hayes, it is IJC meeting coming up on Wednesday night, and race 5, you look to field a pretty strong hand. Wide Blue Yonder and Snowalot. We'll start with the top weight. He was good last time.
Yeah, he was. He led throughout and held on, and I think the race rated pretty well. So hopefully he can do it again with the big weight and a bad barrier, but he'll roll forward and make his own luck. So hopefully run a good race.
You've sent him up to Chung Fa. He had a trial up there. Has he benefited nicely?
He has. He's incredibly lazy horse, so don't take any guide of his track work. It slups up, but he's always like that.
Just addressing his one and only previous outing at Happy Valley, he was 10th there, so I guess it would go down as a little bit disappointing. What's your take on bringing him back to the Valley? Was it just a case of the way the cards fell sort of thing?
More the way the cards fell, and I can't see any reason why he won't like the Valley. Things went wrong that day, but I'm blanking that out.
The nature of this competition, of course, it is all done by allocation, luck of the draw, etc. You've got James McDonald, so one of the home team to some regard. I guess that's always a positive as well.
Yeah, look, James is a world-class jockey, and he'll have to be probably from barrier 11.
You've also got Snowalot in the race. Karis Teaton will ride him. He comes into the race in pretty handy form, only just beaten a neck last time. Yes,
he seems to have found his form again, and I expect him to really run well. They just need to, their first 400 will be critical because they've both drawn a little bit on the awkward side. But Snowalot, very consistent horse and always performs well in this class.
All of his winning has been 6 furlongs, but he stays this trip, doesn't he?
Oh, definitely, yeah. He's, I'd say he's better at a mile. I know the record doesn't say that, but his performances do.
Yeah, we've got a pretty strong hand. It'd be nice to win one of these races, I'm sure.
It's extra prize money, so we'll be trying.
With a cheeky grin, that is David Hayes with the Wide Blue Yonder and Snowalot. But, Paul, they have to stop this horse, M Unicorn, who was a winner 3 starts ago when he beat Winning Data. He then ran 4th behind Beauty Mission and then scores by a length from a mile back turning for home. Ryan Moore on board this week.
Yeah, and Winning Data came out and won really impressively after that as well. So, look, I think it's a really nice run from this horse down the outside. He really finishes off strongly and wins well. He's got Ryan Moore aboard, drawn nicely in barrier 4, and the horse is just going really well at the moment. So I can't see any reason why he can't win again. Club Soda finished off better there.
Barrier number 1 for Club Soda in this race for John Sires. Now, these two, Durham Star, winner 2 starts ago, and Killer Instinct, when he's good, but he's up and down and all over the place.
He is. He's very hard to catch, Killer Instinct. So, look, I've left him alone in this. It's quite an open race. Durham Star, he struggles to put 2 together, and he showed that last time when he was a little bit disappointed behind Samarkand here. So, look, I'm going to happy to watch him here in this. He's up in the weights. He's drawn nicely in barrier 5, but I just thought he had his chance.
All right, and that is the replays and also David's thoughts. Wide Blue Yonder and Snowalot. So the Unicorn just wins again.
I think so. I think he can win again. He's no one-hit wonder, the Unicorn. So he's on top, M Unicorn, to beat Red Hair King. He's going to get a perfect run from barrier number 3. Sure Joyful has been very consistent and did run behind M Unicorn. And Beauty Mission, like, he's going to get back. He's going to have to run on. But it was a good, strong win from him 2 starts ago, just on a minor line. I think it's about the 4 here. 4, 5, 11 and 9.
So M Unicorn to make it back-to-back victories and take the first leg of Triple Trio and the second leg of IJC. The IJC pauses while we run race number 6. It's back for races 7 and 8. But race number 6, a Class 4 over the 1,200 metres, and Sight Hero is a 2-time course and distance winner. What on fire? He can better that. He's won 7 times over the 1,200. Party Warrior, good draw. Best record here at Happy Valley. Happy Trio's a last start winner, carries an extra £5. Golden Rise, beaten favourite last time. Prince Chiswick Happy Valley debut with no trials. Earnest Feeling comes up in grade on the back of that last start win. And Lyrical Motion, 2 starts this season for 2 placings, and the blinkers go on for the first time. Healthy runs to the front. Paul Prince Chiswick has shown plenty of pace in his trials, certainly, and has been handy in his 2 race day starts.
Yeah, and Killandini likes to go forward, and he's drawn nicely in barrier 2. What are they going to do with Wood on Fire? He's gone back, he's gone forward. He's drawn awkwardly in barrier 9. I just wonder if he does go forward, he just might have to work to get outside healthy. I think Diamond will be a little bit closer. Golden Rise, another one that's drawn wide. I think they're going to have to go all the way to the back. Otherwise, maybe try and get some cover behind Wood on Fire.
We're going to show you the likely leader in the race in our first replay, and here he is in front, turning for home. He was able to get the job done 2 starts ago where he held on. This is a 4th behind Multi Darling. Zach Purton on board, carries the same weight but from a wide draw. Yeah, barrier 11, so he's just going to have to work a little bit to get across. Is healthy. You can see him, Multi Darling comes and wins this race. The other horse, Act on Fire, he's come out and won since as well, the horse that runs second. So, look, he wasn't too far away and he did win his previous start, so I've included him. And he's out of the very strong Pierrong stable. Party Warrior, Paul. He is near enough to last, turning for home here. He's won twice course and distance off ratings 66 and 57. Will jump as a rating 58 in the 6th. Yeah, so well rated horse at the moment. Look, he's had a 7th since this at Sha Tin, which it wasn't really his go. Coming back to Happy Valley is. I've got him in on a minor line. He hasn't won for a long period of time, this horse, but look, he ran well enough there, but he was no match for the winner, was he? No, he was not, who did go back up in grade and run second after that, Tomodachi Kokoro. Happy Trio, Douglas White stable in grand form. Is he the sort of horse that can go back-to-back? If he is going to do it, he will have to shoulder an extra £5. He hasn't in the past. He's just a 3-time winner from his 23 starts. Look, prior to this, he ran a nice second. So he'd been building up to this win, but I just wonder if this was his win. We'll see what happens. Exuberant, who runs second here, come out and has run okay since. But, I just wonder if he can go back-to-back. And our final replay. Wood on Fire has done a terrific job, but we saw on the speed map he might be out there 3 wide, and everybody was tipping Golden Rise this night, and he just failed to run them down. Very disappointing, wasn't he? Diamond, look, he's come out and run a really good placing. This horse, he wasn't too far away out wide there when he did run this 9th behind Wood on Fire. And then he's come out and run a really good 3rd behind Happy Day, who's been in great form. So from barrier number 3, I'd give him a bit of a chance. But yeah, Golden Rise was a little bit disappointing. So we'll see if he can bounce back. He might be a price this time with from that wide draw. He won't be 2.1, that's for sure. No, he definitely will not be. Selections. So yeah, the horse I'm going to go with here is the 11, Diamond, the horse we just talked about. I think he can go forward and win this race. Good 3rd from him last time, lightweight. He's on top. Prince Chiswick's been racing some pretty good races. He's only had 3 in his life, but the last 2 4ths have both been good, and he's coming to Happy Valley for the first time. Party Warrior and healthy. 11-8-4-6. Pretty open race, race number 6, and it's the first leg of the 3rd double trio. The IJC restarts with race number 7 after that pause for the 6th. And it is a Class 3 over the 1650 with Splendid Living, a 4-time course and distance winner. Flagship Warrior, Happy Valley race debut. He did trial there, the quiet trial of November of 2022. 6th generation, cheek pieces off, the blinkers go on. Quantum Patch, impressive last start, goes up an extra £8 for it. E-Legend likes to go forward. Silver Sonic raced wide, went down the track behind Chilchibi. Storm Legends placed 6 from 13 course and distance, and D-Star jumps back up to the 1650. A distance he has won twice over. Looking at the pace here, Paul, E-Legend and Splendid Living share the lead, but everybody gets their chance. I think they do in this race. I mean, those two both like to go forward. Flying Mojito's drawn well. 6th generation can be a little bit more forward than he has been. Flagship Warrior likewise, All Beauty, D-Star, back to Silver Sonic. These horses have drawn wide. Quantum Patch came from the back when he won last time. Star Contact's gone back in his last couple. Storm Legend and Ivy League from the outside draw. Nick is back to start race number 7, talking to the trainer of Quantum Patch. It's Pierre Ong.
Pierre, Quantum Patch, one of your runners on Wednesday night, one of the IJC legs, of course. Good win last time, very impressive, and he looks to have been taking his racing really well.
Yeah, he's been improving from each race. Last start was quite impressive, riding by Karis Teaton, and this is third race in this season, and hopefully he can continue and get us the winner.
The handicapper obviously has taken effect, and he's put him up the £8. But given the nature of the horse and his profile, I guess you'd be quietly confident he can certainly have a bit more to offer.
Yes, he definitely looks like classy stayers when he arrives into the stable, and just took him a while to settle down and get used to the system. And he certainly will be looking forward to getting more out of him.
Just obviously from what data we have so far, is Happy Valley, do you think he's track? I mean, he has had those 5 goes around shut in, but he seems to be proving himself better around the tight turns.
Yes, Happy Valley at this stage is the most suitable track for him, but as he goes on, he might go for shut in later on.
Yeah, it could be interesting in that regard. As far as interest goes, I mean, it is an IJC leg, so you've got Mikel Barcelona. But you'd be pleased enough with that. Obviously, you would have watched his exploits down through the years, and he's world class, isn't he? Hence he's here.
Definitely, he's a world-class jockey, and I'm grateful to have him riding him as well. So I'm very looking forward to tomorrow night.
That is Pierre Ong, trainer of the Inform stable in Hong Kong, but also Quantum Patch. Flagship Warrior Paul is our first replay. There he is running 7th, turning for home in a race that has Drombeg Benner a multiple winner, Yellowfin who bolted up on the weekend, Green and White was massive, Beauty Fit's been in good form, and Blue Marlin did a good job without any luck on the weekend.
He did, didn't he? Look, a really good run from him. This is over the 1400 as well. He steps up to 1650. Has won over 1200 here in Hong Kong. That was his debut run. So he has got a bit of speed. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 5, and he hit the line strongly. That's Yellowfin just on his inside as well, and he bolted up on the weekend.
He sure did. So that's a good report for Flagship Warrior with the step up in trip. We saw Splendid Living Paul going forward on the speed map. He does have to shoulder the 134 pounds. He carried 128 to victory 2 starts ago. 6th Generation has a good record over the course and distance, being a 3-time winner.
Yeah, just the draw put me off Splendid Living because he's been such a consistent horse. 6th Generation, I think he'll be slightly closer in the run from barrier number 2. The blinkers will go on him as well, so they could sharpen him up a little bit. I didn't get any of the 3 in, but I did look at 6th Generation a couple of times.
OK, and that's the unbeatable Chilchibi winning that race. Who do you like in race number 7?
Race 7 here, I like the 4 actually. I think he can win this contest. That's Quantum Patch. We heard from Pierre Ong earlier on. D-Star's been racing very consistent. Flagship, we saw him. And E-Legend can put himself right on the pace as well. 4-11-2-7.
That is race number 7, third last. So that'll mean the first leg of the late treble. The Longines IJC winner is decided following race number 8. We'll see who Paul likes to win the last leg in just a moment. It's a Class 3 over the 1200 metres. Lightning Bolt's won 2 from 3 course and distance. Lucky Archangel is on fire. He's won his last 3. One of them was a dead heat. Solid Impact has won off a rating of 67 course and distance, goes off 73 here. Beauty Glory last start winner carries an extra £12 for it. Sugar carries an extra 7 for a senior rider. Toronto Phantom, a 2-time course and distance winner. And Kaholo Angel comes to Happy Valley for the first time, has trialled here, and also first look at Class 3 from a good draw of barrier number 2. But Tomodachi Kokoro Paul rolls to the lead. Beauty Glory comes and sits up outside of him.
Yeah, because they both like to lead. Beauty Glory might try and push on. Golden Empire will try and work across, but he's drawn wide. Solar Partner's got a wide draw. He's going to need a bit of luck from his draw. Lucky Archangel, Kaholo Angel should get a really nice run. Back to Game Player Elite, Solid Impact, Sugar and Simba.
An interview to start off with. You can't miss this horse. Game Player Elite is his name. He's the grey for Douglas White. And here is Douglas with Nick.
Douglas White, Game Player Elite is one of your runners on Wednesday night. I, for one, find him a fascinating runner. 3rd go in Hong Kong. Hasn't looked the most straightforward, but I guess there are some answers to those questions.
Yeah, I think he's run both races in Hong Kong with credit. He had a bit of a tough run last time out, and he came wide, and He's been a little bit new on the right-handed bends. He's never raced that way around in his racing career. So he's come a long way since he's joined the stable, and he seems to be getting better every time he steps out.
As a former, obviously, top-class rider, Doug, and obviously now a trainer, how difficult can it be for a horse to adapt to going another way around? I guess some take to it and some perhaps not as quickly.
Yeah, some of them don't. It's all about them getting to use the right leads on the turn and get comfortable going that way around. Unfortunately, in Hong Kong, they've got to learn quickly, because that's the only way you get to work and race. But look, he's done a good job, and the good thing about him is he's willing to do it.
You've been on him in a gallop since. How's he felt?
He's felt good. He's incrementally got better every time. He's worked and he's strengthened up. And as I said earlier, he's adapted to going the other way around, which is positive.
He's drawn gate number 4. I guess plenty of cover from there, perhaps. And you've got James McDonald on as well. So positives.
Yeah, he's got a lot of positives. He needed a draw. It would make things very awkward with a wide barrier, because he has got some gate speed, and you wouldn't want to be dragging him back. But the draw gives him his opportunity. He's got a top jockey on him. So, yeah, fingers crossed, we'll need an answer luck.
And Douglas White talking game player elite. Plenty of winning form around this first replay that we show, Paul. It's Lucky Archangel. He struggled to win in Class 3, and he's been able to turn that around. He's now a 2-time winner in this grade. Granted, one was a dead heat, but he backed it up with a strong win over Colourful Emperor.
He's just going so well at the moment. He always threatened to do this. He got bad draws and had a bit of bad luck earlier in his career, but that's all come right now, and you can see him finishing off nicely here. Sugar wasn't too far away as well, and there's Gameplay Elite, we just heard from Douglas, coming down the very outside. So plenty of chances in this race.
We turn on to the trial file, and both these trials come from Happy Valley. Where do you see Solar Partner? Fairly lightly tried in this grade. He's there on the inside turning for home. The horse that wins this trial just happens to be Car Ying Victory, not Car Ying Rising, so don't be put off by the colours.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you can see Solar Partner coming through here. Just his fresh up record. He's been placed a couple of times from his 4 goes fresh. He hasn't won fresh in the past, and he's got a wide draw. I do like the horse. He's got Ryan Moore aboard as well, but there was just a little couple of questions out, but I still wanted to keep him safe.
What about the trial of Sinba? It looked very impressive to watch it. Did you have a similar assumption the way he's found the line here?
Yeah, definitely. And look, this horse is coming to Happy Valley under race conditions for the first time with blinkers on. Now, he was a multiple winner in Australia with blinkers on, so he does like it with these blinkers on. It seems to have really improved them here. He said it looks like he's had no problems here with the course, and he won hard held. He should be a double figure price from barrier 10, so could be the each way play for the day.
All right, and he's going to roar on top of your selections.
See what you did there. He's on top, Simba. Yeah, number 3, Simba for me, on the back of that trial with the blinkers on. Solar Partner, Gameplay Elite. I'm going to put Kaholo Angel in as well. He's had a good season to date, and he should get a really nice run from a good draw. 3, 12, 9, 11.
And Jamie Richards with Super Fast Dragon, Charmander earlier in the program, and now Simba from Paul to win race number 8. And the first of the 2 huge meetings in Hong Kong this week wraps up with the 9th at Happy Valley, and the last race is over the 1800 metres and a Class 2. Tourbillon Diamond is making his Happy Valley debut at start number 33. All for St Paul's. He's had 1 go at the 1800 at Happy Valley. Bourbonnais' best form has been on wet tracks. Spirited Express wears a tongue tie for the first time. Rising from Ashes is looking for the hat-trick. Helene Feelings trialled well since that 4th behind Telecom Fighters. We've got Hammer-On with the blinkers on for the first time, and Nelly Fine to his favourite course and distance, the 1800 around the Valley. The speed map has All for St Paul's going straight to the front. That's a surprise, Paul.
Yeah, he likes to lead, doesn't he? Bourbonnais likes to go forward. He can tuck in behind, looking great. Helene Feelings should get a beautiful run, along with Tourbillon Diamond. Spirit Express, Rising from Ashes, is on a hat-trick, as you said. The Best Peach gets back. Hammer-On, Butterfield and Columbus County will get back, I think.
There is not too much of Rising from Ashes, but he's got speedy little legs, and Lyle Hewitson rides him this week, and he spoke to Nick.
Lyle, big midweek meeting coming up at Happy Valley, of course, with the IJC. More on that shortly. But the final race, you ride Rising from Ashes. Perfect, unblemished record, 2 from 2.
Yeah, great to be back aboard him. Unfortunate to have missed out last time, but glad to get the opportunity again. You keep thinking that he's must have reached his ceiling or achieved as high as he can go, but he raises the bar, so I can never discount him. And he seems to appreciate Happy Valley over the 1800 too. I think his draw does not affect him at all because he gets ridden quietly, although inside would be ideal. But with that said, worked him the other morning and he's going really well still, so no reason why he can't continue this good vein of form.
I mean, just looking obviously back at that win last time, as you mentioned, you weren't on board. King DeMello was. Big price, but you're right, he's a horse that sort of flies under the radar a bit, but he's doing all the right things. Yeah,
he certainly does. It's because he's not the most imposing horse, but yeah, he's certainly got the ability and the heart. So, you know, even going into the first couple of times I rode him, I never really expect him to step up each time, but he just sort of does do it, you know. And last time I thought was a win full of merit in a strong field to come to Sharton. So yeah, a lot to like about that, and you know, his work suggests that he's maintained that form.
Yeah, he certainly does look that way. Just looking at the IJC, obviously the allocation was yesterday. You were there, of course. As just an overall sort of assessment, what have you made of your book of rides?
Yeah, I'm pleased. I think none of them are weak rides. There's probably nothing that on paper that stands out as a sure thing, but you know, it is racing, and 3 of my 4 have decent draws. Horses are in pretty good form, so you know, that's always a positive, and you know, third time lucky.
I think Zach Purton hit the nail on the head, though, in a recent interview, that it has become that bit more even, hasn't it? I mean, it does give everybody a really level sort of chance.
Certainly, the way I looked at it, I thought, you know, in the past it maybe looked like there were 1 or 2 horses that should win the race, whereas now there's only 1 or 2 that probably couldn't win the race. So it's certainly more open, and the way it's been balloted is that every jockey gets the opportunity.
That is Lyle Hewitson, and rising from ashes, too good last time. He doesn't feature in this replay, Paul, but plenty of horses do. It was over the 1800 metres at Sharton. Are you taking any of these off this replay?
Yeah, Torbjorn Diamond, because they walked this race with St Paul's, and he was last there, and Champion Dragon did win the race, and he's obviously an international meeting, but you can see Torbjorn Diamond really stretch out late, off a really slow pace. Coming to Happy Valley for the first time is interesting after 30-odd starts as well. So I really like the way he finished off strongly here. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to put Torbjorn Diamond in. He's drawn nicely in barrier 1. He just has to carry the weight. So a good run from him, I thought.
He has trialled around the valley. He's never finished worse than 4th in this grade either. Now, our final replay features Butterfield out the back turning for home in this trial. That's Helene Feeling in the orange. He was good. Couple of Class 5 gallopers here called Romantic Warrior and Golden 60.
Yeah, not bad, was it? So, and he tried really well here. Look, I think Butterfield hasn't won for a long time. I know he hasn't won for a long time. So he's just... I don't like him in this, but I do like Helene Feeling. I thought the trial was really good, and prior to this, he was another one that had to come off a really slow pace and run well. As you see, that's Golden 60 and also Romantic Warrior, who run 1st and 3rd. So a really good trial from him.
You would think on that, with the horses that he's finished alongside, he's got to just about win this, doesn't he?
Well, I hope so, because I've made him on top. I put him on top, Helene Feeling. I think he's going to be really tough to beat in this. The best Peach now, he's been finishing off really strongly in his races. Torbjorn Diamond and Rising from Ashes, we heard from Lyle. 6-7-1-5.
And that is the preview for Longines International Jockeys Championship night at Happy Valley. 9 races. The first, a reminder, it's an early start time. It gets underway at 6:30.